Okay guys, so today we're talking multiplication, and today I want you to be able to multiply by a single digit whole number using a method called the area model. Now the area model is basically a drawing representation of using base 10 blocks to multiply two numbers. And so a couple of things you need to know first, some concepts. One is I'm going to represent a single base 10 block with a dot, so that's going to equal 1. And then I'm going to use this line to represent a long base 10 block, which is equal to 10. And I'm going to use a square or a flat to represent 100. Okay, let's start with an example. Let's say that I have 43 times 4. Okay, so I'm going to set that up with a chart. Okay, so on top of my chart, I'm going to represent 43. So I'm going to have 4 longs, because that equals 40, and 3 singles, because that's the 3 ones. Now on this side, I'm going to represent my 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm just going to multiply these two. So 1 times 10 is 10. 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 Here 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 times 1 is 1. Now in this row here, 1 times 10 is 10. 10, 10, and 10. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And same thing in this row. 1 times 10 is 10. 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 And then 1, 1, and 1. And then the same thing in this row again. 1 times 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. 1 times 1 is 1. 1, and 1. So here's my answer, but how am I going to represent that? So I'm going to count up how many longs I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when I have 10 longs, that's 10 tens. And 10 tens equals 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left over, so I can't make that 100. Now here I have how many singles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10 singles equals 10, or 1 long. Okay, so off to the side here, I'm going to regroup whatever I have. So here I have 100, so that's a flat. And then left over I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here I have 10 singles, so that equals 1 long, 1 10, and then 2 singles left over. So here's my answer. How do I represent that in standard form though? So I have 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens, and then 2 ones. So back to my original problem, 43 times 4 is 172. Another example, let's say I have 231 times 3. So again, I'm going to start with my chart, and I'm going to represent my 231 up top here. So I have 2 hundreds, so 2 of these flats, 3 tens, 1, 2, 3 longs, and then 1 single, 1 1. On this side I have my 3 ones, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to multiply. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 10 is 10. And then 1 times 1 is 1. Here I have 1 times 100 is 100 again. And then I'm going to multiply these. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 100 is 100. 1 times 10 is 10. Another 10, another 10, and then 1, 1. Okay, so here's my answer. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. So how do I represent that in standard form? 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. 93.